What's going on, y'all? Brave New Wave back with another one, and we got Seattle, Washington in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman is singer, songwriter. Please help me in welcoming Miss Whitney Large. Whitney, how you doing this evening?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited to have you on the platform this evening. Your new album, not album, EP. Your new EP, Unbreakable, is out now, and yeah, I can't wait to talk about it.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, the pleasure's all mine. So you're from, as I stated in the intro, you're from Seattle, Washington, right? So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about, growing up in Seattle, what your upbringing was like, and what ultimately led you to uh, pursuing a career in music.
Okay. So I'm born and raised here. I'm actually not from Seattle. I'm from Federal Way, but people who are not from Washington don't know Federal Way. So I just say I'm from Seattle, but I'm actually born and raised in Federal Way, Washington, and I've been here for 20 years. My upbringing, I grew up in the church. My family, we went to church every Wednesday and Sunday. So I'm born and raised Christian. So I grew up in the church. My love for music started when I was 4 years old, as my mom says. I happened to be walking around the house at 4 years old, and I started singing, and my mom was just like, wait, that's good. So from there on, she just started to help me grow that gift that God gave me. So she started putting me in front of the church to perform. And, of course, I was young, so I was really, really shy. Well, some people aren't shy when they're young, but I was shy. So when she put me on stage for the very first time, I had huge stage fright. So I had to go behind closed doors at the church with a microphone. And that was the very first time I performed in front of anyone, was behind a closed door. So I wasn't in front of the congregation. I was behind a closed door. So that was my first time singing. And then she put me out in front of the congregation again and again and again and again. And I just started to feel more comfortable. Then she put me in a play. So I started my first play also in church. And I just started to like really have a love for music and acting and everything. So from then on, I just kind of just been in choir. I was in school choirs like all the way from elementary school to high school. And then I even went to a performing arts college for a year. And then the pandemic, well, I was there for 6 months in LA. Then the pandemic happened. So I had to come back here. And that is when I started writing my own music. Because I was just like, you know what? Like, I really don't need to go back to college. I don't really need a degree to tell me that I can be a singer. I happened to just drop out of school. I made the decision because I didn't want to do it online. So then that is when I decided to start writing and wrote my first song and went and recorded it and released it.
Wow, that's crazy. And
Yeah.
like some of the best, most legendary performers always come out of the choir and or theater. So like you have both of those things going on. Like, have you
Yeah.
noticed that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So I mean, needless to say, you're more than well equipped to be, you know what I'm saying, like one of the best at this. And you just mentioned your first single, which was Feel the Rhythm,
Yeah.
came out last year.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like putting together your very first song?
So I put that song out during the pandemic, and I was just like, okay, so actually, let me give a little backstory. So I actually did release another song prior to Feel the Rhythm, but I
Okay.
just felt I released it on all platforms and I had it out for a little bit. And I actually wound up taking that song off all platforms because I was just like, this isn't my best work. And I feel like I can redo this song and have it be better. So I took that song off. So Feel the Rhythm isn't technically my first single, but I'm gonna just say that it's my first single because it's the first one out. But I deleted that one off all platforms and then went and recorded Feel the Rhythm and then released that. And I was just like, this seems like a good little vibe that people can dance to at the club. I felt pretty good about the song being my first single out. it was simple. It kind of was giving me like a little bit of Rihanna work vibes, or Rihanna, like I really liked that song. I really vibed with it. So I felt pretty good about it. And it was just during the pandemic. So I was just like, people can have a good time at the club, listen to this song, and see what happens. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to have a little good vibe for people to just dance to, move their hips. Yeah, I wanted people to really feel the song.
Yeah, and I think it definitely served its purpose because it's a really good dance tune, right? Absolutely something that you could play, at the party and just get the fun, jump started.
Yeah.
And so it was a good way to feed the streets, as I like to say. You know what I'm saying? Keep people, especially like people that are waiting for your official project to drop, keep them satiated until they get like the main course, so to say.
Right.
So
Definitely.
Feel the Rhythm drops in 2021. Like you said, during COVID. What was the reception to it? What was kind of the reaction to this single?
The reaction from people, or the reaction from like family that I know, like just people in general?
Just everybody. Yeah. Like how, like,
okay. So the reaction from people, a lot of people was like, oh, okay, like this is a little vibe. Like I got a lot of good responses. Also I got a lot of constructive criticism, which I really appreciated, because I know like not everyone's gonna love my music. So some people, instead of just hating on it, they're like, oh, try to do this in your next song. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's great feedback. But for the most part, a lot of people really like that song. A lot of people really vibe with it. And every time I perform that song at my last shows that I was at, people are like, hey, this is a vibe. Like, so people really, really like the song and really vibe with it. Everybody starts dancing when it comes on. So I got a lot of love and positivity for that. Everyone in my family, they're always playing that song. My friends, people are always like, people I don't even know are always like tagging me in an Instagram post with that song playing. So I got a lot of good feedback from it. Constructive criticism, since it was my like first song out, I got a lot of things about the production and just the lyrics and stuff like that. And I was like, that is really good feedback. I appreciate it. And I took all of that into account when I started writing my EP.
Absolutely. And I just appreciate the fact that you made a pure dance song, right? Because I feel like in our generation, and in the current state of music, it's easy to fall into like, I got to make a hip hop track because that's what's hot right now, or I got to make, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to make a certain type of R&B song because that's what's hot right now. But you say, nah, fuck it, I'm just gonna make y'all dance, and that's what it is. That's what I'm coming with. Like I really do appreciate that because it felt the song feels like the 80s, right? It feels like again, it's just this energy that comes with the music of just like, I just want y'all to have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Was that the mission that you set out to accomplish with this song?
Definitely. Especially because it was just during the whole
during a dark time. Yeah,
I was just like, I just want people to have a good time. Like when I went into the studio to record the song, I was having a great time. So I just wanted to give something to the community that just could kind of put a smile on people's face, and people just get people to go out on the dance floor and just let loose and not worry about anything, just have a good time. And so definitely, yeah, that was definitely the
mission accomplished. So this year you drop your EP Unbreakable, right?
Yes.
What was the process like for that project? What did you kind of sought out to do with this one?
Okay. So this project means a lot to me. So April 22nd was my release date. My grandma who passed away, her birthday is on April 22nd. So wow. I specifically was like, man, I want to really get this out for her birthday. So I'm glad that I was able to actually accomplish that. But rewind to the creation of this project. So shortly after shortly before. So before I released Feel the Rhythm, I was dealing with some ongoing health issues for 6 months. And it started in December of 2020. December of 2020. That's when it started. And it didn't end until like maybe June of 2021. So for like a 6-month time period, I was dealing with unexpected, unexplained health issues. It started out with ongoing headaches every single day, like sharp pains in my head. And I thought maybe it was an aftermath of having COVID. I had COVID really bad in May of 2020. So I was like, okay, maybe these are like aftermath effects of COVID. But then, months went by, and then I started experiencing numbness in the right side of my neck. And so I was going to the hospital, and I was having different like blood tests and MRIs and CT scans and different things, like just trying to get answers. Then, like at one point, the numbness started trickling down the entire right side of my body. So I was feeling tingling sensations and numbness and all types of just crazy stuff going on. And I was just like, I started to become really depressed, and I stopped working on music. And I was lost. I was just like so focused and trying to figure out what was going on with me. I started to give up on life. I was having like emotional breakdowns all the time, and it was just really bad. It was really bad. And then one day, over time, it just started getting better. They had me on different medications and stuff like that. It started getting better. And then at one point, my body naturally healed. So the first song I recorded was Feel the Rhythm. And that was just because I had already had that written. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, I need to drop an EP, because I took 6 months off of music because I was focusing on my health. I need to come back with like something strong. So then that is what inspired me to start working on an EP versus just doing another single. So then I started grinding, writing music, trying to figure out what to, put together in this project. I wrote Safe in Your Arms. I wrote Focus on Me. I wrote, what else? In the Club. And then the last 2 songs I wrote mean the most to me. And that was You Knew Me and Unbreakable. And those 2 literally it's kind of inspired by the health issues that I was dealing with. Unbreakable, I wrote that song. I was in the shower, and I was just like, I had a melody in my head, and I was just kind of like reminiscing on the fact that I was just really like, I was in pain for 6 months straight. And so I started humming something in my head, and that is where Unbreakable it was inspired. And then I came out the shower and I started writing. And Unbreakable, the whole song is literally inspired by going through trials and tribulations in life and not giving up and not letting it defeat you. Because at one point I almost let it really defeat me. I almost stopped working on music. And so that whole song is really inspired by that 6-month unexplained chronic pain disaster. So I wrote Unbreakable, and then You Knew Me is also kind of inspired by that whole situation. And that is my Christian take on it. So a lot of people who don't know, but that song is actually a Christian song. I call it my undercover Christian song, because, a lot of people get turned off by the idea of God. So that song is, simply about the fact that, God never gives up on us. And he literally knew me before I knew myself. He knew how strong I was and knew that I was strong enough to handle that. And that is why he gives us all of these trials and tribulations in life, because he knows that we are strong enough to handle them. And he knows that beauty will come out of ashes. Celine Dion, she got a song, Beauty from Ashes. But he knew that out of those trials and tribulations, that something beautiful would come out of it. And this project came out of those trials and tribulations that I went through. So this whole project, I titled it Unbreakable, because this project literally came out of me having depression, dealing with pain every single day. It's my little inspirational baby that I released to everyone.
Wow. Well, okay.
Sorry, I said a lot. I'm sorry.
That was perfect. I mean, yeah, you did get ahead of me, but like that was perfect. And let me tell you, it all makes sense now, because when I was listening to this project from it's 5 songs total. So
Yeah.
from the beginning to the end, you sounded so like hungry and so just like you like this was stuff that you just had to get out, right? And it was like it just sounded super motivated, and you could hear the growth from Feel the Rhythm to the songs on this project. And
I'm glad.
I think that you opening the EP with Unbreakable, it was so very fitting, and the way that it's curated too, like the way that the album's put together, I thought that was masterfully done, right? Because you start off with Unbreakable in the Club, that's track number 1 and 2. It's like just out the gate, you coming out with the dance tracks, it's just and that's how it should be. You want to start your album off on a with a bang, and it just grabs your attention, and it leaves you curious as to like what's gonna come next, right?
Yeah.
So Unbreakable and In the Club, those are the first 2 tracks.
Yeah.
Knock It Out the Park. And then you come with Focus on Me and Safe in Your Arms, which are 2 like you kind of draw it back a bit, right? You take it to the R&B side. Yeah. And again, it's like really well done, really well written.
Thank you.
And then you close with, like you said, You Knew Me. And what's funny was, okay, so I was listening to the project in the gym, right? I was working out, and You Knew Me came on. And I'm listening to the lyrics, and I'm like, this sounds like a gospel track. So one of my questions I was literally gonna ask you in this interview was if that was a gospel song, because it sounds like a Tasha Combs song or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It has that feel. And so you pretty much confirmed it just now.
Yes.
What's that? What? And you said you wrote this. When you say you were in the shower when it just came to you? No, that was Unbreakable.
So Unbreakable was in the shower. You knew me. You knew me. I was driving to work, and I was like, let me put on a beat because I'm feeling like I need to write something. So I'm driving. I put on a beat that I found on BeatStar, and I'm driving. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, wait. I'm driving. I can't write these lyrics down. So I'm like, let me remember these lyrics. And then so I got to work. I parked, and I was like, okay, I got all of this inspiration flowing through my head right now. I need to write this down. So You Knew Me was inspired by, I was just driving on the freeway. It was nighttime. I was just like, I need to sing something. So Unbreakable was in the shower. You Knew Me was in the car. But those are my 2 favorite songs because they mean so much to me, literally.
Yeah, You Knew Me was my favorite because you could just feel the emotion through the track.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad that you like that song.
Yeah, it was you opened it perfectly with Unbreakable, and then you close the album perfectly with You Knew Me, because it brings everything full circle, right? And it's just you giving glory to God, and just it's closing out with a thank you.
Yeah.
So it's like a film. You start off with a bang, and then you close it with just a conclusion that everybody could be happy with. You close it with, or like, you were in theater. It's like a musical. You close a musical with like a reprise or something like that just brings the whole soundtrack full circle. And so, yeah, man, I mean, I can't say it enough how just incredible this EP was. And
Thank you.
I know that my bad if it's a secret, but I know that you're headed to the studio later on today. Does that mean we're gonna? No, oh man, I was about to ask you if we're getting some new music soon. Oh, wait, you said no, it's not a secret, or no, you're not going to the studio?
I'm going to the studio.
Okay, perfect.
I'm doing a collaboration with someone. We're trying to cook something up in the studio, so I'm just going and we're gonna see what we can come up with. Because Scooter the Menace is his name. Check him out, everybody. Scooter the Menace. But he reached out to me. He was actually at the last show that I performed at, and he performed as well. And at the end of the show, he came up to me. He was just like, your voice is beautiful. I want to collaborate with you. And I was like, oh my God, you're freaking cool. I would love to collaborate with you. So we're going to go cook something up in the studio. But I don't plan on having another project drop for a while. I'm working on some music. But I do have a music video coming up really soon, probably the end of this month.
Awesome. Can't wait to
Yeah.
see that. Yeah, I mean, you gotta drop the visuals for an
Yeah,
EP
from
that great.
Unbreakable.
You have to come
It's
with the
for
visuals.
Unbreakable. Right.
All right, so onward, right? Of course, you said you're working on new music. What's next for Whitney Large? Is it an album? Is it another EP?
Okay. Yeah.
What we got coming next within the next, I want to say like year or two?
Okay, so I'm not ready for an album yet. I don't know why.
Hey, at least you're being real with yourself.
Yeah, I'm like, an album's pretty, like, I don't have the following yet to like put out like an album and then expect something to happen with it.
Wow, you're so self-aware. That's incredible.
Yeah, like
wow.
I definitely know I don't have the following, so I'm like, I don't want to put all this hard work and all this blood, sweat, and tears into an album, and I know I don't even have like anybody. So I'm gonna start small. So I did the EP. I'm gonna do another EP. So currently, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm work on an EP. This is gonna be kind of different for me, because I recently, I just kind of had a change in my life. Like, so I was in a almost 4-year relationship, and I just got out of that in December. I'm not gonna speak too much on it, but yeah, I walked away from that relationship, and so I'm kind of in a new space in my life. Like,
so you going Mary J on us, huh?
Yeah. you can
she going Keisha Cole on us.
Yeah, so this EP, so this last EP that I dropped is kind of like all over the place in genres. We got the pop, we got the Christian / gospel, we got the hip hop because in the club, and we got some R&B because Safe in Your Arms, Focus on Me. So we got a lot of genres in there. Oh, we got pop for Unbreakable. We got a lot of genres in there, but for this next project,
you covered all bases. Yeah,
and I think I just kind of don't want to like label myself as a specific genre or a specific artist.
No, I mean, you shouldn't. No.
Yeah, because I just like, I have so much musical background. I got musical theater, I got choir, I got classical music, I got lots of stuff. So it's just like, whenever I hear a beat and I vibe with it, I just write to it. It could be a freaking jazz number, like it could be I'll just write to whatever beat I'm vibing to. So that's why I kind of, for this next project, kind of want to call it an R&B EP, but I'm not going to put a label on it. But I do know that this is definitely going to be kind of like a Mary J, but like, I'm going to really talk about a lot of stuff. Like, I'm in a new space in my life. I have a lot of stuff to really talk about. So I'm really going to open up and really show people who I am. So I'm really going to open my heart out and just write about a lot of deep shit. So this project's gonna be a lot more personal. I'm gonna be working on that. I'm still working on it currently, and it'll probably be dropped, probably end of this year. I don't know.
Nice.
And then, what's also coming up is I have a show on May 28th, and I'm gonna be opening up for some pretty cool people that are popular in the Seattle, LA area. So I'm opening up for them. They're the headliners of the show on May 28th at Real Art Tacoma. We got Anna Thompson, we got Isaac Jacuzzi, and Damon Elbert. They're all verified on Instagram, so it's like super cool to be like opening up for some like verified artists on Instagram. So it's just like an honor. That's my next show. And then, like I said, also coming up is a music video for Unbreakable. It's about to be a really cool video, and it's very inspirational to me. So I hope that it inspires other people when they see the video. But that's all that's kind of coming up for this month.
Oh, that's perfect, man. And I love the work ethic, man. You're staying busy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you need to do. You need to just capitalize on the momentum that you have now. Because from what I've seen on social media and the feedback for the EP, like, I mean, you're riding pretty high right now. So just, take advantage of the momentum, really lock in, record music, do your performances. Don't listen, Hamilton's coming down here next month. I do not want to see you in that cast because you look like you're going to try to audition for Angelica Schuyler. No. Leave Hamilton for the future. Focus on your music right now. You know what I'm saying?
I would do Hamilton though. I would.
I know you would. You got that theater bug in you.
I definitely would. I would definitely drop everything to go to. But I got you. I'm gonna focus on music. Broadway can wait.
Thank you, please. Because we need it. But yeah, Whitney Large, thank you so much for joining me this evening.
For sure.
Again, really great project. Everybody, if you
Thank
haven't
you.
listened to Unbreakable, the EP by Whitney Large, it's available now on Apple Music, Spotify. Just go give it a listen. I guarantee that you will not be disappointed. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me. It really means the world. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Pleasure's all mine. Love. All right, y'all. That's it for today's episode. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.